this quote hit me not too long ago. And I was like, I can't believe I never said that on the show before. So this is a really good quote. It's one of my favorite like quotes. And it's actually from Andre Carter. If you don't know Andre Carter, he's one of the judges who he's like a celebrity judge in the industry. I also hear that Andre listens to the show. Andre did tell me he listens to the show. I'm not sure what that means if he listens every week, but he has told me he listens to the show, which I was very surprised about. Because I feel like he'd have better things to do than to listen to my cheerleading podcast. But Andre works for USASF. Oh, so coaches out there, if you ever send in your video, which guys, send in your videos for legalities, right? Hey, I don't know Andre's exact title, so he's going to kill me, but he has a new title. But if you send in your video, when you send in your legalities, like, hey, is this legal in level 1? Andre's in charge of like the app and, telling you if you're legal or not legal and all that good stuff. So anyway, Andre back in the day told me this, and I thought it was such a good quote. And he said, we were talking about scores. He's really mentored me on scores in the score sheet, right? And I remember he told me, every coach thinks, like when you get like 2 different scores, right? If we go to this competition and we get a 3.7, and then we go to this competition, we get a 3.9, and then we go to another competition and we get a 3.7 again. Coaches always go, well, last competition, I got a 3.9. Why isn't it a 3.9? He goes, coaches always think the higher score is the correct score. Man, that's a bar. Every coach thinks the higher score is the correct score. And like he said that, I'm like, no, he's right. We always think the higher score is the correct one. And so why, that just, I know it just spoke to me like, no, he's right. Like, why can't it be the higher score that's the incorrect score, And I think as coaches, we have to realize that sometimes scores get inflated sometimes, where we're just like, hey, like that score is a little bit too high, instead of, if we always took the lower score as the correct score, we as coaches would fight more for our teams. Not fight more for our teams, but we would do more at practice to try to up the ante, right? If I got a 3.71 competition at 3.9, I can easily, I have 2 options. I can go, oh, we got 3.9, we're coasting, right? We're looking good, things are great. Or we get 3.7, we go, oh, what can I do to make this better? Like, how can I increase the difficulty here, right? Now it's not difficulty anymore. I guess that's a moot point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why? I guess you could be 3.7 in technique, right? But I just feel as coaches, like, it's not just because you got a high score one competition doesn't mean that is the correct score. But I just feel like once we get it, we go, okay. It's like asking your mom and your dad, if you can go to the park. Like, hey, mom, can I go to the park? No. And then you ask dad, hey, dad, can I go to the park? Well, yeah, sure. Why not? And then you're like, well, he gave me the answer I wanted. And so now I'm going to go to the park. Right. And so instead of seeking the answer you want, like, I think we just need to take a more objective look and go, okay, this person gave me a 3.7. In your eyes, what did I need to do to get a 4.0? Like, this person gave me a 3.8. In your eyes, what do I need to do to get a 4.0? Instead of just saying, well, I got 3.9 last time, I got 4.0 last time, I'm going to leave it exactly the same, not making any changes to it. So I don't know. That's just my quote of the week. On my mind, Andre told it to me. So I just want to share it with the world 10 years later. So anyway, I don't know. What you got, B?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I think that was like a good quote for coaches. I think parents can relate to it in a different like scenario type. But sometimes I just like to listen. I don't like to say anything.
There we go. Thanks for watching the Let's Talk Cheer podcast. Definitely subscribe so you never miss out on anything from the show.